and gentlemen, welcome back to the Lippy Country Club podcast, episode 5. Number 5. We're using the full hand now. How are we feeling today, boys?
Feeling great. It was an electric finish to that tournament. I had a lot of fun watching it. It was a good weekend.
Yeah, it was a great weekend. Goose, by the way. Feeling great. Feeling great, man. Yeah, I didn't watch a single second of that Rocket Classic other than the playoff.
Mm-hmm.
Big Pot Geeter fan, man.
Oh yeah,
he's sweet.
What's
I go back and forth. I like him. I think I've learned something about myself. I think I tend to root for the guys that don't hit the ball as far. I don't know why, but
you said it whenever you mentioned Russell Henley, you were like, "Oh, I like to root for the little guy."
I like Russell Henley, like JT Poston, Spieth. Spieth has he's gained ball speed. But I just think I find myself rooting for the little guys.
We're 0 for 5 now on you mentioning Spieth in a podcast.
Didn't I say that? I dare you to not mention it. Dude, did you see that? I don't remember what playoff hole it was, but they zoomed in on the ball and the hole, and then Pot Geeter bent down and it was just cake on the screen, man. It was just... Did you see that?
I don't know. I don't think I did.
Didn't see it.
It's just a great view of his ass.
Yeah, it was
sweet. I just looked at his butt.
It was an absolute electric finish. I mean, I don't know that I've personally watched a bunch of playoff holes where the guys just kept missing putts to win by inches. Typically I feel like when I watch a playoff hole, it's a guy misses his putt and the next guy drains it, or the first guy just drains one and then the next guy doesn't drain hit. I've never seen it to where each guy was just taking turns choking, and then poor Kirk.
Chris Kirk.
Yeah, poor Kirk that just freaking getting himself out of it, missing that par putt. That was just brutal.
So on the topic of...
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. On the topic of Chris Kirk, how do we feel about his move, his golf swing?
I think was it him or was it... He's super stiff, right? It wasn't him. He looks like...
He's got incredible tempo. It's Jake Knapp, Freddie Couples tempo. But it's just not, it doesn't look correct. Something looks off to me.
I couldn't remember if it was him, but yeah, when he was standing over it, it literally looked like someone shoved a stake up his back, and he couldn't move, and then because even when he swung back, I feel his body just stayed there. There was no movement here down for some somehow.
Yeah. Can't put a finger on it, but there's something off about his swing, which I feel I normally love guys with really smooth tempo, but
yeah,
I think I noticed it, and it was it just looked stiff to me, but it looks clean, but stiff somehow.
There was something about is it Greyersman?
Mm-hmm.
Something about him I just didn't like. Just his personality. He seemed real snooty.
So I've heard.
And I was
I feel like guys that I follow, the no laying up guys. I know Neil. I want to say Neil's a big Grazerman fan, and I've heard he's just a great guy, a guy's guy. But yeah, he. I don't know. Something about
he
it.
wouldn't be any fun to play with.
I just didn't like the cut of his jib.
Yeah, his post-game interview looked like he was ready to just snap the reporter's neck.
I have two things on his just fit in general. Is the double arm sleeves. I never think that looks cool. I don't know if there's a purpose for that.
Yeah, I think it's just UV protection, honestly. I don't know.
Maybe. My only
Detroit?
my only thought would be like if you're trying to like keep the sweat at like I don't know. I feel like then like if it's super hot, I don't know how hot it was, but like if it's super hot and then you end up like touching your arm or something like that, then you're like you get sweat on your. Whereas like if you've got those like compressions, maybe it just kind of keeps you dry a little bit more. I don't know, but I don't know how hot it was. Maybe
No.
maybe just think he looks cool.
With a basketball background, any like arm sleeve, think is dumb and doesn't really serve a purpose unless you like have an elbow pad or something that you need.
I'm gonna wear a sleeve as a tourney.
Different. Basketball arm sleeve is like, if you can pull it off, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, very few can. But Aaron Rye pulls off the double arm sleeve. I don't know if anyone else can. Another thing is did y'all notice his glove? Like I think he's got like a magnet on like his belt. He doesn't put his glove in a pocket, or he doesn't even tuck it into his belt. It's like
he put it on
like it was just like either Velcroed or magnet onto his belt.
I think he has Velcro, but he just like put it through the back belt loop.
Really? No, I'm pretty sure it's on the outside of the belt.
So then there are some new stuff that have magnets, but I don't know why you would want a magnet glove.
Yeah, it looks like maybe he's just folding the Velcro part. Yeah, in his belt loop.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But he was like keeping up with Hawkeater in distance. Like he was out driving him on some holes.
I feel like Hawkeater was holding back though, kind of.
Probably.
He might have been.
Like there's some reason there's like in a playoff like that you want to play smart, so he was probably doing some fairway finders rather than just like laying some out there.
I mean, just somebody just absolutely ripped by Jackson's house.
Oh yeah.
That got me distracted. But I mean, shout out Hawkeater. I think we talked about it last episode, but he took like 3 or 4 weeks off, and then his first tourney back, he just wins it. I mean, of course, not a field of not all the best guys. But
he almost won the Mexico Open too.
Yeah.
He went to a playoff there. So I mean,
I think that's when he took his break. Was after that, I think, but I could be wrong. No,
that was a while ago.
Oh, okay. No.
He played I thought he played either the PGA or the US Open. Did he not?
I think you're right.
His last tournament was the Charles Schwab.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
May 22nd to the 25th.
Yeah.
And he got 6th. So his year so far is miscut, 6th, first. That's crazy.
I mean, he won today, but he was only like he didn't win like off the tee, Like I feel like when I kind of assumed he would win, I thought he would like win by gaining like 4 strokes off the tee, but he only gained 0.5. Mm-hmm. So he had a pretty like well-rounded week. Like he had a really hot day with the putter yesterday. So yeah, I mean, I think he proved he can do it.
Yeah, it was a fun one. Anything else out of the tourney?
I think the only reason he won is because he did a wardrobe change right before the playoff.
Did he actually? I didn't notice that.
Yeah. What's your vibe check on wardrobe change? We'll say you're playing with some buddies. You play 18. They're like, "Hey, let's play a 9-hole scramble." You've got an extra shirt in the car. Are you changing shirts?
Only way I am is if I'm super sweaty and like we sat around a bit and I can like now feel the like I can feel the sweat on, because there's something about like when you're hot out there and you're swinging, like you don't really feel the sweat on you, but then once you like sit around for like 10-15 minutes, you're like, holy crap, I'm wet. then I think it's fair. But if you guys finish and you're like, hey, let's go play another 9, and you're like, hey, wait 1 second, like I want to change my shirt. It's like then I'm like, come on, like let's all just get to the next tee.
Yeah, I'd probably draw that as well. If I'm sweating, like really, it's like if you sweat through your shirt, like yes, do that. But otherwise, I think it's kind of strange.
Yeah, I think it's been like so humid here that like I would probably do that. I think that would honestly probably help me because I'm like soaked by 18 holes. Like today, I just walked 9 holes and I was like dripping sweat.
Yeah, it's humid season. Can't be walking out here.
No, but I used to change shirts like in between, like after pool play at spike ball tournaments, and I felt like it like just gives you a restart, like a refreshing feeling.
Yeah.
So, big fan.
Yeah, well, electrifying tournament, and do we have a break right this coming week? Are we off?
I think the John Deere's next, right?
Gotcha. I mean, not that we're talking about it today, but I just can't remember. But regardless, electric. Congrats to Pot Geeter. It was a fun one. It's always fun when the scores are super low and people are just showing what they got. But yeah. Let's listen. Up next, what we want to do is we got this comment from Kaylin on our Instagram about drivers for the Slicey Dicey boys. I myself, a Slicey Dicey boy. I believe Hunter is a self-proclaimed Slicey Dicey boy. Yeah, reformed Slicey Dicey boy. Yeah. And he was wondering about drivers. And so I was going to toss it over to you guys, Jackson, Hunter, if you have any tips on some forgiving drivers for Kaylin.
So I've got 2 categories. I've got an under 250 and then an under 150, depending on budget. I personally, when I switched drivers, I had a Nike VRS Covert 2.0, switched over to a Callaway Paradigm Max. I absolutely love it. That's not on the list, but just a personal shout out. I really like my driver right now. So this is under 250. A couple here that reviews are really good and have held up really well. The Callaway Rogue ST Max. Also the Callaway Rogue Sub-Zero. I have a 3-wood in that one. I love that. And then the TaylorMade Sim 2 Max. Those are all drivers that have held up really well. People still bag them. YouTubers often. And then under 150, some drivers I would recommend is either a Ping G15 or G20. Both of those are still like really forgiving, decent drivers. And then the Callaway Great Big Bertha Epic Sub-Zero. Those, I don't like the look of those as much. Those are like the green ones. They still get the job done though. But it's all about like what feels good and what looks good. So
I think my advice would be there's a couple of different options. So if you've got a big slice, I think if you're hitting it off the heel, I would recommend a Titleist driver. If I recently switched to a Titleist driver a couple years ago. I had a 915 D2, which is pretty old. It wasn't a very new one. I think it was like $100. And Titleist, I believe, is the most forgiving off the heel. I know most people who slice the ball hit off the heel for the most part. My other advice, if you're not looking to buy a new driver, would be lead tape. So first of all, lead tape just helps you close the face. So pretty much you put lead tape on the heel, making the heel of your club heavier so you can get the toe around and hit it more square. Lead tape also makes you look like you're better at golf than you are.
Does it?
So I think that's another plus. So like if you roll up with lead tape, people probably aren't going to be paying you for money. Like so. That's another thing. But I know that like if you don't have a driver with adjustable weights, the hosel, like the hosel shirt fit on most of the drivers. I've kind of learned this over time. It doesn't help you like hit a draw or a fade. It just takes the ball and makes it start on a different starting line. So like if you do it to a closed setting, it just starts the ball left instead of helping you hit a draw. So that would be my advice, is to maybe just get some lead tape. And if you want to rock with the same girl you brought to the dance, if not, or had some great suggestions.
Yeah, and listen, if anyone else has any questions, go to the comments wherever you're at, YouTube, Instagram, whatever, and ask away. We'll answer them. We might be a bunch of average golfers, but we got a lot of holes in under our belt, so we can talk to you about our experience and what's worked for us. All right, boys. Let's head into our vibe check segment. Okay. So who's got a vibe check for me? Who wants to go first?
I can lead us off. So a friend of mine told me about this one this week. They're in a group message, and some guys just mentioned that they might play golf this weekend, and we'll say the group message has like seven or so people in it, and like four people responded like right off the bat, like, "Hey, yeah, I'm down. Let's play." They don't get a tee time. It's just like a course you can roll up to. Then my friend was like, "Oh, I think I can. Like, it's a slow day at work. I think I can leave and go play." So he just shoots like, "Hey, you guys still down? You guys already have 4? Just like putting it out there just in case he can come play." They like respond like, "Yeah, we have all 4." What's the vibe check of if a 5th friend wants to play golf and you already have 4? Let's say you guys are in the 4. What you guys letting him play? You guys like, "Hey, I'll play with you and we'll split 2-3," or are you like, "Oh man, I don't want to sacrifice playing in a foursome"?
Personally, I would let you play. Or sorry, your friend. I would let your friend play. I would let your friend play. I would say, yeah, like, we'll just do a 3-2. But I'm also a bit of a people pleaser to a fault. So, but I also just think, like if you were originally in the message that was sent out, then, if said person, if said friend, couldn't play, but now could play, it's like, and if there's tee times available and it's not going to mess anything up and that kind of stuff, then I think, you got to be smart about your text that, if you send a text for 7 people and say, "Hey, can 4 people play?" It's going to cause drama. So I'm a fade on that kind of, like, I think you text one person, "Can you play?" Text another person, "Can you play?" Text another person, "Can you play?" And then go from there. The big group message is going to cause some chaos.
Yeah, I'm going to fade as well. I think if you're going to text a big group like that, you're taking any and all that say yes to. So closing it off to 4 is a huge fade. Unless you've booked 4 already and you've had, for some reason, 3 people backed out and you're like, "I need 3 more." But that's probably never going to happen. So,
yeah.
So do you guys have any tips? Like, if you're the friend,
communication. Just start with communication. Say, "Hey, look, the way this was handled kind of hurt my feelings, and I would like to be included."
It hurt his friend's feelings.
Oh, sorry. Yes, hurt your friend's feelings.
Yeah,
so your
right,
friend could say, "It hurt my feelings." But communication is key.
Yeah. I showed up and we teed off on the first hole and got it thundered. So we didn't even get to play anyway. But
so you showed up? I thought it was your friend.
Yeah, me and I showed up with him.
Yeah. It's a good vibe.
No, but I agree. I think, like, again, as long as you don't already have a set tee time, Yeah, the more the merrier. It's not. I mean, on these muni courses, you're gonna be waiting for every shot too. Like you're gonna basically be playing with them.
Yeah,
pretty much. So
I asked.
I think I just need to be more.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I think I just need to be more fun to play with. Is what I'm.
Yeah. So this is my draw or fade. So draw or fade, a single brand bag. So, for instance, like I mentioned, like I have a Callaway driver right now. Let's say I went Callaway all the way down to Odyssey putter. Everything's Callaway. Draw or fade that. I'm not sponsored. You're not sponsored, or whoever.
Can I say I fade it unless you're a scratch golfer? But even then, I'm like, surely you like a different driver than like. I'm gonna fade it. I feel like if you're just like selling out for that brand, even though that surely there's probably other drivers that you would like, or a 3-wood that you would like, or something like that. So I think I'm gonna fade it.
Yeah, we talked about this this week, Hunter, but I'm fading it as well. I think, again, I think the coolest bags are mismatched, not just because they're mismatched, but because you went and got fitted. And the odds of you getting fitted into the same brand for everything is really, really low, unless you're like just being biased. I'll say there's like one exception is if you are a part of a club that is like is like sponsored by a brand. Like they only like offer those free fittings, and you're like getting a really good deal on that. Because I mean every brand has good stuff pretty much. So, but in general, I'm fading that just for the average golfer.
See, I don't like. Look, I don't know what 2 years into golfing, maybe. Why is that a big no-no? Look, if I really, okay, in theory, right? Let's say I really enjoy my Paradigm Callaway driver, and then let's say I have a Callaway 3-wood. I really enjoy it, and then I don't have them, but I'm like, dang, these Callaway irons look sick. And then I'm looking at, the Opus wedges, Callaway Opus wedges, and I'm like, man, those are some nice wedges. And then I've already got an Odyssey putter. What's the big deal? I find these clubs to be rather good looking, and obviously people use them, so they've got to be somewhat decent. There's a chance that why not?
I think it's just like, I see the like interaction happening where like, you get paired up with somebody and they're like, oh, Callaway guy, huh? It's like, and then I feel like they're just gonna expect like this guy's got nothing, like all Callaway, like he's gonna, like I said, there's something that's like tied to you have like all one brand, you must be really good type of thing. And so like then you might be doing yourself a disservice of like, if you go out and play with some rando, they're gonna be like, wow, this guy's pretty good.
But like, how does that make you a sellout though for that brand?
I think it just kind of makes you look like a sucker. Like this guy just buys anything.
Wow.
That Callaway makes, like, which I don't really know why it is. Like,
what if it's like I have a different driver, then it's the different 3-wood, and then I have like a set of like long irons that are a certain type of, but then the shorter irons are a different set, and then I have 2 or 3 different wedges that one's a Jaws, one's an Opus. I'm just saying Callaway because that's the brand I'm most aware of right now. But like, what if it's mix matchy with that, or does that not matter?
It helps. I think that helps it. I think
all Callaway but different types.
Yeah, like I have a Paradigm driver, I have a Sub-Zero 3-wood, and then let's say I got like AI Apex 3 through 5 iron, and then my 6 through pitching wedge are like, I don't know.
That helps.
Name something different. And then I've got, just it's a little bit more mixed match.
I mean, I say this is like a guy that's got a lot of Cobra clubs in his bag too right now. Like my whole iron set's Cobra outside of I think like my 54, my 58. My putter's not Cobra. My driver's not Cobra. And I think my woods and my hybrid's Cobra. But you just need a couple clubs in there that aren't that are rogue ones that you're like, I just went and got this one because.
Okay, so to recap, let me just make sure I'm clear here. So in theory, of course, like any brand, any club manufacturer, if they want to sponsor us, I'm gonna sell out.
I'm gonna be such a sellout.
But if I got no sellout here, but just average golfer with no sponsorship, Callaway driver, 3-wood irons, and then I got Vokey wedges, and then an Odyssey putter. That's fine.
I'm fine with it. I draw that.
Fine. Even if you have like say you got like a TaylorMade putter and you had all Callaway, it'd still be totally fine.
Yeah.
It's just if you have all Callaway, that's when it crosses the line. And again, I think the reason is like it's almost not possible that you would like get fit for all Callaway clubs or all one brand clubs. Like I don't know if that's ever happened to someone. Let me know. But
yeah, somebody in the comments be like, "Hey, it happened to me and made me feel better."
Yeah. All eight of you that watch, please.
Yeah, someone got fit for all PXG.
Yeah, of our 8 viewers, if you like this.
All right. So my vibe check, classic Cody, bit of a different one here. What's our thoughts, vibe check, on a guy that's like clearly following behind you on the greens and like fixing your divot before you get to it? Like he just like he doesn't trust that you're like going to do it right, or like maybe you waited just like a bit too long. So like, like if I hit one on the green, I like to go up, see the ball, like just kind of get a couple reads of the putt, whatever, put the glove in the bag, then get it out. I've played with a couple guys where it's like, you're cleaning or you're fixing my divot right now. Did I say? But yeah, did I say that right before? But yeah, I'm like, so what's our vibe check on a guy fixing another man's divot? Like just right in front of him.
I would draw that. I don't really care. I would rather them not do that, but I don't. Honestly, it's probably the first thing I do when I get on a green. If I ever, it's a couple times around I get to fix a divot. But yeah, I don't care. I mean, if they're like making a point to like make it awkward, or like they're like trying to call me out, then I'm like, then just give me a second.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm drawing. If they're just like chill and just like, oh, it's in my line, so I'll just fix it real quick, I don't care.
I don't know if that's ever happened to me. I think I would fade that. I think I'd be offended. Like if someone...
It's weird. It's a weird... Yeah.
That would rattle me, I think.
Yeah. And it was like...
I think
go ahead.
One exception, if they're like already on the green somehow, let's say like maybe I was like looking for my ball and I was playing a little slow that hole, and he was like already like on the green. He like marked he's like reading his putt. I land like next to him. He like fixes my divot and like marks my ball or something. I think that's an exception. But if we're all walking up there at the same time, he like barely beats me to my ball and he fixes my divot, that's pissing me off.
Yeah,
that would rattle me.
Yeah, I think there's just something about like, there's something about like, hey man, like I made that divot. can I do that? Like, I don't do this a lot, you know? Like, I'd like to fix that. So yeah, I mean, I'm clearly a fade on that. It doesn't happen often, but it's happened a few times where I'm like, man, just took my masculinity from me.
I've never thought of that.
Yeah. Bit of a unique one, but all right, boys. Well, should we head into the draft? I also realized that I say, all right, boys, pretty much every time I transition into a new segment. So maybe that's a t-shirt opportunity. Just all right, boys. But
all right, boys, stay lippy.
Yeah.
That's the outro
now. So for our draft, we are doing golf red flags. So for that, we're talking specifically, and correct me if I'm wrong, Jackson, but we're talking specifically like, you know, when you're getting paired up with some randoms at the course, we're doing golf red flags that you see, or maybe it's even like the group in front of you or the group behind you. We can maybe like open that a little bit, but just kind of like, you know, when you're in close proximity, whether it's playing with or someone behind you, in front of you, golf red flags.
It could also be someone you're like playing with for the first time, just like even like a friend that you just haven't played with before, right?
Yeah. Goes Hunter, myself, then Jackson. Hop into it.
All right. Well, the what are we calling this? Like the
red flag draft,
partner red flags, red flags. So the first pick in the first round, I'm gonna take. I don't know. This would probably slide. My 101s haven't been super good, but I'm gonna take some pre-round boasting from this person. That will get me just like okay, whatever.
What like. Yeah, because I had two things of that on my list.
Yeah.
So that kind of knocks both of them off, but just boasting in general.
No, I mean, I'll take just pre-round boasting. Just you're either like texting about it if it's with like a buddy, or if it's like you get paired with a random, like you're a cart with a random and they're just talking a big game and you're just like, dude, I really don't care. Okay. I just met you and I'd like to play golf today.
Yeah. No, that's a good one. That probably is like, I think that's probably the 1-1.
Yeah. All right. 1-2. I'm going to go with a walker. I think, you know, I pull up in the cart and I see a guy he's got his bag on him, and I like, and even to the point of like, hey, I'm like, hey, you want to hop on? It's like, no, I'm like trying to get some exercise today. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I'll just, you know, not that I'm that good, but it's like there's going to be plenty of moments, especially like probably hole to hole, where it's like we just finished out and like I'm at the tee and I'm just like just waiting for him to get to the tee box with me, because he's deciding he's going to be one person that's going to walk, even if he's offered a cart. So
walk today. Does that offend you?
Did you play by yourself?
I played with my dad.
Did he drive?
He walked.
Then I think that's fine.
That's fine.
It's just you got to match. So like that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like whenever I see walkers, if it's like 2 walkers or 4 walkers, I'm like fine. But if it's like 2 or 3 guys in a cart and 1 walker, I'm like, what are we doing? Unless you're immaculate at golf, and then you're like, well, this guy doesn't matter because he's not, he's
playing fairway every time.
Yeah.
Or if the course is like slow, like backed up anyway.
Yeah,
that's a good one. Okay, mine. Tell me if this falls too close to Hunter's, but this would have been my 1-1. I'm gonna say, talking about how far they hit their driver. So let's say you like roll up on a hole that's like, it can be any distance, but they're like, oh man, like I drove this green. Or like specifically they talk in like total distance, not carry distance too. Like if someone's saying like, oh, I drove it 280.
What about, okay, yeah, no, I think that's fine. But what about like the instance where it's like, I don't know my carry? Like I use like Birdie's app to tell me this. How am I supposed to know unless I go like
Shot tracer place.
like a simulator session by myself and pay $50?
I don't know. There's like a lot of top tracers out nowadays, and
okay.
I think it's fine.
So
I think it plays.
$400 on a tracer. That's sweet. Yes.
No, there's like the range. There's most ranges have tracers in them now.
The range by my house is you put a $5 bill in, you get 50 balls, and you go hit balls out of the weeds. Okay, that's what I work with.
That's hilarious.
Okay, then my other one. Okay, I'll do. All right, my second red flag is if someone rolls up with more than 3 woods in their bag. They've got like
a driver, a 3 wood, a 5 wood, a 7 wood, and a 9 wood.
Yeah, that's like you're like this guy. This guy's not going to be. This guy doesn't hit it very far enough. But I think there's a couple exceptions. Obviously, if they're like really young or really old, I think is totally fine. But like the average age person, if they roll up with like 4 or 5 woods, or if they have like hybrids all the way throughout their bag, like.
Wait, you can't take both. You can't say woods and then take hybrids.
The same thing.
Well.
Wait, woods and hybrids are the same thing,
dude. All right, whatever, man. That you can't lump both. You can't say, oh, if they roll up with 3 or 4 woods, and then also hybrids.
Woods include driver, 3 wood, like driver. Like anything that has a head cover is a wood besides a putter. Hybrids count, driver counts. 3 wood, 5 wood, 7 wood, 9 wood. They're all woods.
Okay.
For my 2-2, I'm going to go iron covers. Somebody rolls up with iron covers, it means one of 2 things. One, you're going to be looking like a fool out there because they're absolutely nasty, or they're just the biggest try hard of all time, and they're not like they're just trying to show off, and they're like, you know, kind of to what we talked about before. They're probably just like oh yeah, you know, I'm playing bad today, but you know, I shot a 73 the other day, and they're like, you're at 90 right now. I think those are guys with iron covers. So you're either getting like a scratch golfer and you're like, ugh, this guy's gonna be waiting on me all day, or you're gonna be like, ugh, this guy's gonna be so annoying all day.
Probably a little bit of both. Or
yeah, it could
towards
be.
number 2.
Yeah.
So this is the 3rd pick in the 2nd round.
Yeah, you got two here, and then you're done.
Yeah, I'm stoked. This one fell to me. I was nervous this whole time, but I'm gonna take yells 4 unnecessarily on all your shots. Like if you like just pipe one, he's like 4. It's like, buddy, that's middle of the fairway and there's no one around.
Does that
You know
happen?
what I mean? Maybe like
Is it a
once.
joke?
No, it's like they're like puffed up, like, oh, I hit better than that, you know, kind of thing. It's like It's just like the unnecessary 4. It's like, come on, man. Like,
oh yeah,
you're just trying to like puff your chest, like you thought that was a crappy shot, you know?
Yeah.
Anyways.
No, I like it.
And then this is more of just like an abstract one, but so the 3rd pick or the 1st pick in the 3rd round, I'm gonna take. They don't have the look. That you could take that a number of different ways, either like physically, or like it's just like they look like a, you know. I don't mean this in a derogatory way, but it looks like they showed up with like a polo from like Walmart. And you're just like, do you actually golf? You know? They just don't look like they golf. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm between a few here for my last pick for 3-2. I'm gonna go looking for a ball that's definitely lost. So like there's just like, it's tall grass and they're spending they've spent 3 minutes looking for this thing. It's like, and I say this as a guy that loses balls all the time. It's like, hey, let's count it a loss. Let's move on. Let's count that one a loss. But they're like, I swear I saw it go in right here, and you're like, we all did, but that grass is thick. Like, you're not gonna find it. So I'm gonna go looking for your ball that's definitely lost.
That's a good one.
I think like this was on my list too, but it's similar to that. I'm not taking it here, but just like people who just like will run into the woods for a second just to like find balls randomly.
What if there's an obvious time for it?
I don't know. If it's like backed up and there's like plenty of time.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like a nice course where you're going to find nice balls. That's maybe fine.
That's the only time I do it.
Or if I'm like,
we're mega backed up and it's just like,
I've done it before. If like I see one and I'm like, there's one, and I grab it and then I'm like, oh my gosh, it's a treasure field out here. Then I'm like, I'm going to scoop a bunch. Like if I just see one and then it opens up the holy grail of balls, then I'll do it. But yeah, I'm not gonna be like, hey, can you guys wait a minute?
This is my last pick. Similar on the golf ball realm. I'm gonna say the bulging golf ball in your pocket, or the bulging golf balls in your bag. Like if you're up to a course with like you have so many golf balls in your bag that it like you can see the outlines of them. Like if you have more than like 20 golf balls in your bag.
Oh, I thought you were saying in your pants at first.
Yeah, that too. So like
if somebody's got like 4 in their shorts in their pockets.
How many is acceptable in the shorts?
0 unless it's the first tee.
0. Oh, there can be two max. 2 max. And that's you've got one that you're playing and you keep one in your pocket. So the second one only goes in there after you hole out and you go to the next hole. But so there's one always in there, but like so it's 2 max. Like because at certain points of the round there are 2 in there.
Jackson, we're not good enough to play like you, man.
You think I can just walk back to my bag all the time?
No, okay.
Exactly what we were talking about with like the looking for a ball situation. I don't want to get caught with, I'm looking for my ball and then I'm like, shoot, I got to go back to the cart to grab another ball.
That's the walk of shame.
And then I've looked for at least a minute and then now I have to go back to the cart. Especially if I'm not driving, I know it's not close. Or oftentimes I will say, hey, take the cart and I'll take my clubs and a ball.
I'll clarify. This is like if your ball is definitely in play or you're like teeing off. This is like
doesn't matter. You just have to have one in the clip. Right?
I got one. I got one in the chamber every time. One in the chamber.
Yeah.
Dude, Jack, we're not like you, man. I'm well over 20 handicap, okay?
I got
how many times I hit a shot and I go, dang, I don't like that. It's often.
Yeah, you gotta have one in the clip.
You gotta play, like
especially as a reformed slicer. Yeah, you need at least one ready.
That pretty much concludes our episode here. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, share, comment wherever you're interacting with some of these things. Spotify, Instagram, YouTube, wherever you are, TikTok. We appreciate you all and stay lippy.